All right. All right, apologies for the somewhat scuffed quality here. How does that look? That works. Okay. So, this is my first pack opening stream on Twitch. I got halfway through a case and decided I wanted to try and stream the rest of it. This is what we've got so far. Big notables, Nightmare Throne, and the Nightmare Apprentice. Ironically, not in the same archetype, which I think is funny. And we've gotten a bunch of these Yugi cards, the Shining Sarcophagus, and the Gandora G, which I think are honestly way better than the community makes them out to be so far. All right. Let's get going. Got the box here. Legacy of Destruction. I think this is now the 6th box in the case. So far, pulls have been alright. Only one QCR, but a good one. And only one Nightmare Throne. I'd like to see more of those, because I want to play Yugo. I think the deck is cool. So I'm going to go through the commons. Jungle Dweller is very relevant. Ashen, lots of good Ashen cards in this set. This is like a super poly trap. The Rhoda. The Code of Soul is seems like a cool extender for the Salaman Great archetype, but not particularly great on its own. A lot of random illusion support. This guy seems like a disruptive piece. Cooling Embers is a hilariously bad card. Lots of good melodious combos in this set, actually. There's a cool little package of melodious cards that you can run, which I think are going to be pretty good, actually. Let's run Aegis. Wake Up Centurion. If a monster card is face up in your spell and trap zone, you can declare level 4 or 8, special summon 1 Centurion token, declared level but cannot be used as fusion or link material. You can banish this card from your graveyard, send 1 Centurion card from your deck to the graveyard. Wow, this card is crazy. I think one of the big themes of this set is that there's just a lot of good commons, right? Like we've got this card, Wake Up Centurion, right? But you've also got stuff like this, Memento One Fusion, which is just a necessary and very strong combo piece for the Memento deck. And I really like that. I really like it when they print strong cards in common like that. Oh, we got the Ragnarika Link 5. Which by itself is very strong. I think one of the big problems with this archetype, though, is that they lock you into insects, plants, and reptiles. So there's not a lot of great insects, plants, and reptiles right now. Light just kind of fell down there. Okay. And the Valmonica common. The Valmonica stuff in this set seems pretty good. It's just oh, but I don't know what any of the combos do right now, so I'm not really all that into it. The Lightsworn stuff I think is awesome though. There's lots of cool pieces for that. We can talk about it, some of them a bit later. And oh, the QCR Silent Swordsman 0. I think this deck is very cool. This guy's kind of targeting protection for the archetype, and also a way to just kill your opponent, because he gets very big very quickly. Now, will it actually be played? Who knows? Yu-Gi-Oh! Is a massively power corrupt game. So it's possible that it never sees any play. But it is cool, and of course, the people who like Yugi are really into it. Which is kind of funny, because all of the prices of the Yugi cards have gone way up since the initial release. I think Gandora was $3 on like the day of release, and it's now, or at least it was, over 20, which I think is pretty funny, especially for all the people that thought it wasn't going to be popular or expensive. But there's not a ton of stuff that is obviously broken in this set that is also high rarity. So the value had to go somewhere. Here's the next thing. I think the card I want to pull the most in this set is as many copies of the Tenpai Dragon Hydra as possible. It's a super, and it's currently around $20, $15, $20 last time I checked. Could have gone down since then, but I think that's just kind of crazy for a super rare card. Oh. More Ashen cards. Ooh, Enlightenment Dragon. This card's very cool. It's a fusion of Punishment Dragon and Judgment Dragon. I really like what they're doing with the Lightsworn archetype. Making it, kind of bringing it back, giving it some new support. And like support that integrates the old cards, right? Like the fusion, getting JD as well. It's really easy to make. I really like that. Got the hunting device, more of the Ashen card. Ooh, Snake Eyes Diabellstar. When an attack is declared involving this card and an opponent's monster, you can place this card from the field and that opponent's monster. Yeah. This card is awesome. I think the lore behind it is very cool. You got, my understanding is it's basically like an old school Pokemon kind of vibe, where you've got Diabellstar running around with Poplar, which is kind of like Pikachu, and then being chased by Team Rocket with some other nefarious stuff happening in the background. Yeah. It's pretty fun. Let's deal with some of these attacks. changing some settings here. All right. Now we can keep going. A lot of useless cards, and well, I think it's about half, honestly. Yes, Minerva. Another crazy Lightsworn piece. Lets you send specific Lightsworn monsters from your deck to the graveyard, which is very strong, and then also just gives you the ability to mill cards on your own, which is also great. Oh, alright. The Biden Dragon. Biden Dragon, I think, is pretty cool. I haven't really talked about the Tenpai stuff that much yet, but it is, the deck's crazy. It's, in theory, very cheap. There are, everything is a common except for one super rare synchro and one super rare main deck monster. But like I said, only in theory cheap, because the super rare, it was $15 the other day when I checked. I think it was up to like 35 euros this morning. But don't ask me why I was looking at that. But yeah, I mean, still cheap, right? I guess you need a Trident Dragon as well, but you know, the deck of all commons and basically one super is now probably like $60 to $100. Oh, whoops. Another Shining Sarcophagus. Very cool card. I think that actually makes a full playset of Shining Sarcophagi now that I pulled from this case. Yeah, this card is also very good, as it is disruption and also your combo piece, and it can't be destroyed by monster effects. Oh yes, and another Gandora. Very cool. I think this is going to be me pulling almost the entire Yugi deck from this case, which on Friday would have been very sad because all the stuff was very cheap. Wow. That is... How do I... Pure... Well, that's a scam. How do I get rid of this? I haven't used this very much. Huh. Where's my moderator? Where's the moderator functions? What is going on? Channels that you're sharing band info with. Okay. Analytics. How on earth? Show moderation actions. Okay. What are the moderation actions that I can take? Pure Belf. Aha. Figured it out. No spamming in this chat. I'm really just here to open a case. Ancient Gear Dark Golem. That card I think is pretty cool. It's some Ancient Gear support. Lets you search for 2 Ancient Gear cards when it's summoned. And it also treats itself as Ancient Gear Golem. Which I think is quite good, actually, for the deck. Alright, what do we got? Ooh, Sangan Kaiman, Sangan Pipe Bident Dragon, Z Arc. Awesome. Huh. Interesting. Well, what do we got? In Papa's Footsteps. A bunch of other cards. Battle Guard Echoes. Yep. Alright. There we go. That's box number 6. How do I get rid of this? From my... Okay. Grab the next one. Throw out some packs. And I'm going to start putting cards into this box. Alright, so this box was Gandora, Shining Sarcophagus, Minerva, Diabellstar, the QCR Silent Swordsman 0, Ragnarika, and Wake Up Centurion. Ah, nice. Okay, what we got? Box. The next box. Alright, we got stuff I don't really want. Stuff that I do want. Another Stag Sovereign. I'll read this card while we're here. So, if a monster is special summoned, you can destroy 1 monster on the field. Or you can destroy 2 monsters on the field. And then if this card is in your graveyard, you can target an insect, plant, or reptile you control, place it on the bottom of the deck, and if you do, special summon the Stag Sovereign, which is, of course, very powerful. The deck is extremely good at link climbing. Is the deck good? I don't know. Oh, Saphira. Dragon Queen of the Voiceless Voice. This card, I don't really know much about Voiceless. Lets you draw cards, which is cool if you have low in your graveyard. Seems like the entire deck really revolves around low. It's not like an Omni Negate or anything, so is it actually good? Time will tell. More Micah cards. Refrain. Sanguine Kaiman, another part of that ridiculous Tenpai Dragon deck. Yeah, I don't know what they were thinking with the Tenpai stuff, honestly. I think they thought that it would be bad. But, like, how could it be bad? It's so crazy. Like, it's all so crazy. The Grave Squirmer is a piece of U-Bell. I really like the U-Bell stuff in this set. It seems like it's going to probably make U-Bell tier 2 at least. Or at least until we get the fusion. Fusion's gonna push it over the top, I think, but for now it's just good, not completely broken. Alright. Oh, okay, there's a Will. Tantrum Toddler. I think this card is funny. It like eats materials in graveyards, so you're like feeding the toddler, and then if you feed the toddler enough, it gets mad and then blows everything up, which I think is just very good flavor. I think the card is, of course, terrible, but it is interesting, at least. Got another Bident Dragon. Lightsworn Aegis. One of the coolest things I think from this set is the Melodious support. Both, like the Melodious package and also the full Melodious deck. The Melodious package that now exists is kind of crazy. Like, it's a one-card starter that puts you into an Appaloosa plus an Odd Eyes, the fusion, the one that's an Omni Negate kind of, which is of course kind of nuts. And then even if you just draw the refrain, it's still good. It's not quite as crazy as drawing the spell, which is an old spell, hilariously enough. Alright. Ooh, we got a Vados. I need this. I am trying to play the new Ash in the deck. I think it's much better than people are giving it credit for. And you need the fusion. The fusion can't be destroyed by card effects, can't be targeted, and then when it is special summoned, you get to wipe your opponent's spells and traps, and if you special summon it with Vados as a material on your opponent's board, you get to destroy all their monsters as well. And then it is an Omni Negate, because everything needs to be an Omni Negate in Modern Yu-Gi-Oh! For it to be good. And the Nightmare Throne. This is the other piece of U-Bell support in this set. That's pretty specifically for U-Bell. I guess Infernal Grave Squirmer doesn't say U-Bell on the card, but it's close enough. Yeah, it's very strong. I guess the third piece is the rank 10 Exceed, the Verudrus, which is quite good. Spearhead, but it is generic. Generic and rank 10 Exceeds are kind of it's kind of an oxymoron, you know. Like, how many decks can actually just make a rank 10? Not many. Funny. In Papa's footsteps. Ah! Haha! Speak of the devil. It's a Verudrus. The Xyz. It is an Omni-Negate. And then when you Omni-Negate something, you get to destroy another card on the field. And then if it attacks while it has material, you destroy something. And then if it's destroyed, you destroy a card on the field. So you get to destroy a lot of stuff. It's huge. And it's also an Omni-Negate. So definitely one of the better cards they've ever printed. Ooh. Very cool. The Ragnaraka Bloom. This is a crazy starter for Rika. It both adds a Rika card and then also is follow-up, so you can special summon a Ragnaraka monster from your hand or graveyard, or banished in defense position. Card is crazy. Aegis, Code of Soul. Wow. Alright. We're almost through this box. Don't expect to see any more cool things in this. Oh, maybe we can get another Pydra in this box. I think we've whiffed on Pydra in the last two boxes. Sanguine Summoning and the Lightsworn Witch. What do we got? Simple Spoils, Struggle, Hunting Dance, Refrain, and another Pendulum Witch. And I really wish we could pull this many Pydras. This Pendulum Witch is a terrible, terrible card. I actually don't know if it's terrible. I do know that I don't want to play Pendulums, though. And that is what really matters. Because Pendulums, or at least not a dedicated Pendulum archetype, almost single-handedly responsible for destroying the Yu-Gi-Oh card game. I say almost. They were really a symptom of bigger problems. Okay. And this is what we got in this box. The Nightmare Throne. Very cool. All right. What else would I like to see? Well, I want to see a full playset of Nightmare Throne. So far, including the off-stream boxes, we have 2. I need 1 more Lightsworn Dragonling. Also pulled 2 of those. We'll be needing 3. I feel like Cyclos has to be good. Oh, it's Synchro Monster. You know, I actually didn't even read that before. It only special summons. You have to make a Synchro Monster. Ooh, a Silent Swordsman 0. I think this is my first ultra rare Silent Swordsman 0. So I didn't know that this card existed until I pulled the QCR. So I'll be honest, I did not look into the Yugi cards at all. Melodious. Another Pendulum Witch. Ugh. Stop it with the Pendulum Witches. Just give me Pydras. Ah, there we go. There's the 3rd Lightsworn Dragonling. This card is so cool. I feel like they made a bunch of just like custom Lightsworn cards for this set. They're like, how do we make Lightsworn cool in the year 2024? What if we just printed one that special summoned itself and dumped something and then searched your JD? Oh, that's pretty cool. Yeah. I like that. I like being able to search for JD. I do like how many of the Tenpai cards I've pulled here. I find it quite funny. Coming into this, I thought, I truly thought that the Tenpai stuff was going to be printed in much higher rarity. Like, there were going to be a bunch of ultras and secrets, but they ended up doing the whole thing in basically common. Alright. Oh, there it is. Look at that. Oh my god. Wow. That is just so cool. I love the QCRs. I love them. They're so pretty. And it's the Yugi card. It's a QCR of the Yugi card. Isn't that awesome? So far, I think all of the... Actually, yeah, all of the QCRs that I've pulled have been Yugi deck QCRs. So I pulled... I also got the Nightmare Apprentice on top of the Gendor and the Silent Swordsman 0. Oh, Foiburial. This guy I really like. It's really just an interesting hand trap, I think. Because he special summons himself, and then he does things after you special summon him. So, you know, he's a body that your opponent has to deal with. It's level 10. He's got 3,000 attack. It's like, I don't know if it's probably not great at the moment in the current meta, although it is pretty decent against Snake Eye. It may be better in the future. It's kind of like a Ghost Ogre that puts itself on the board. Although the destroy effect is not nearly as universal as Ghost Ogre's is. Oh, and another Vados. I'm pretty sure the deck is going to play 2 of these, so I'm glad I got the second one. Now I just want to see a Nightmare Throne, please. Third Nightmare Throne, and I'll be happy. Ooh, what's this? Oh, Nightmare Apprentice. Another one of those Yugi cards, I think. Wait, no, is this, no, this is an illusion card. My first QCR was not a Yugi QCR. I have 2 Yugi QCRs. And the Nightmare Apprentice. What do we got here? These. Those. Biden Dragon. Another Pydra. I think that we're at a 5 count of Pydras now. 4 boxes after this to go. Oh, a Silent Musician 0. Oh, there's a Silent Swordsman 0 and a Silent Magician 0. Okay. Interesting. What on earth does Silent Magician 0 do? Got the Pydra. Oh, it's this one. Ever just like lose stuff? I do sometimes. Alright, what does this card do? Alright, let's read this card. If your opponent draws a card, increase this card's level by the number drawn. While this card's level is higher than its original level, gains attack equal to the difference times 500. Your opponent activates a spell card or effect while you control Shining Sarcophagus. You can negate the activation. If you do, increase this card's level by 1. Wow, that is very powerful. It's interesting. So you've got targeting protection, spells. Gandora. Is Gandora a quick effect? Let's read Gandora again. So just a board breaker archetype, I think. All right. On to the next one. Legacy of Destruction. Continues. Gonna drink some water. Open my water bottle. I'll be right back, stream. Okay, got some water. Let's keep going. In Papa's footsteps. All right, Memento Twin. Ash into Endlessness. The Sengen Pi Dragon. Cooling Embers. Whoops. Alright, what do we got? Extinguishing the Ashen. Chandra. Memento One Fusion. This is a bad card, right? Yeah. It's one of the other Shining Sarcophagus cards. I think we've now printed all of them. The deck is, well, I thought it was bad, but I'm actually no longer certain that it's terrible, because I actually read the cards, and they do some very powerful things. Do they do things that are good enough? Maybe not. But they do cool things, which I think is neat. Since they made this archetype that can... It's the Yugi archetype, you know? Alright, we got Gold Pride Eradicator. The first of our cards to sleeve in this one. Yes, okay. Okay. I'm gonna have to actually go through and read some of the Rika cards. I think Rika could be good. It does seem kind of boring though if it's good. Another Diabell Star. Like, it is truly just a link climbing deck. You just start going up. And it seems like it's going to be very good at that, but you're locked in and you're just link climbing, right? Like, it's not particularly fun. But it's got a lot of crossover with other archetypes. I kind of hope that they lean into the reptile angle. Oh, there we go, another Pydra. It's Pydra number 3, I believe. Oh, Centurion Auxila. I really like this card. I like when being able to cross over into other archetypes, and this is a level 12 synchro, but you can make it generically and it gets you a Centurion card when you make it. So like, you can finish a combo in one archetype and go into another. I don't know if it's good. I think a lot of these pure combo decks are really held down in the OCG, so we don't get to see much experimentation of them before we get them. Ooh, the Evil Seed, which is, I guess, another problem with Rika, right? Like, Max C is a real problem for a deck like this that's just going to try and special summon over and over and over and over again. Evil Seed is a very good starter, though. You can just normal summon it, and it works. It's a starter, but you can also special summon it, so it works as an extender. The card is just nuts. There's a lot of Ancient Gear stuff here. I don't know how good the Ancient Gear deck is. I assume there's some other historical support that goes into it that I'm not aware of. But, I really don't know. Ties that bind. This is one of the... See, the reason why I think this Yugi cards deck could actually be good is cards like this, right? You control Shining Sark and a monster that mentions it. So you can special summon up to 2 level 4 or lower monsters with different names that mention Shining Sarcophagus from your hand and or deck. Now, you can't special summon from the extra deck after you do this, but you can just, like if you have this in Shining Sark, you can just play Shining Sark, get Gendora, play Gendora, nuke the board, play this, get like a gadget and the other dude. I don't know. It seems good. Ah, yes, another Lightsworn Dragonling. Very cool. Maybe we'll see another Pydra in this box. We're at 2 secrets and 4 ultras. It's not bad. And of course, the one Pydra. All right, last pack. What do we got? Shaman, all right. A whole lot of nothing. All right, these can go into the box. Lots of cool stuff in this box. Got the Pydra, got the Evil Seed. I like this Yugi stuff a lot more than I thought I was going to. Let's see what we got in the next one. We'll rip into this. Maybe all right. I could play some music. I assume I'll get copyright stricken if I start playing music. I should probably do it anyway for the stream. It's not particularly good for the VODs, is it? I mean, honestly, I give a shit about. No, all right. It's time. no idea if you'll be able to hear this stream of one viewer, who I think is me. Extinguishing the Ashland. Oh. Oops. Alright, where are we at? Okay, we got a bunch of Tenpai stuff. Turn Silence. See, Turn Silence is one of those cards. It's just like, you can negate a monster's effect. Isn't that good? You can only activate only one per turn, but you can just... I guess Nibiru doesn't matter that much if you're playing a board breaker deck, but it seems interesting. Seems interesting. Oh, there we go. The third copy of Nightmare Throne. At long last. The U-Bell support we always wanted. We didn't know we wanted. But we got anyway. It is... U-Bell support in this set is crazy. Nightmare Throne is insane. We're getting more, even crazier support soon. Oh, Vados. I think that's my third Vados now. Which I'm not mad about. I like the Ashen stuff a lot. It's one of those TCG exclusives that I think it's definitely gotten much better support than some of the previous TCG exclusive stuff, to my understanding. Whether it's good, who knows? If field spells are broken, then it's probably reasonable. It also could be a going second deck, which would be fun. Definitely a more interesting going second deck than Tenpai, even though I do really like Tenpai, just like conceptually, because they're cool dragons that make cool synchros. But the play patterns of the deck seem to be pretty egregious, because you can spit out like 30,000 damage in a turn, which is a little good. A little good. It's more than a little bit. It's very good. Ooh, another Nightmare Apprentice. Look at that. I know people are really into the illusion stuff. So I don't mind pulling more of these. It's kind of a crazy starter, since it just special summons itself and is also a starter, I think. I have to assume it is, because you just get to add another illusion monster to your hand when you special summon it. Ah, another Silent Magician 0. Maybe I really will be able to play this deck. Yeah, the other thing is like, because like with the Yugi stuff, you're not going to be playing any extra deck monsters for it, so you have room if you wanted to. You could play some of the extra deck heavy packages. Like you could just play the Melodious package, for instance. Like, why not? Why wouldn't you play the Melodious package in the deck? I guess the answer is so you can play more hand traps, but hand traps are lame. Breaking boards is cool and interesting. Making hand traps is not really not very interesting. Just hand trap back and forth. Melodious stuff. Oh, we got another Saphira. What's this? A Void Burial. Alright, sweet. Let's leave those at the end. I don't really know enough. I do really like Void Burial. I think Void Burial is a cool hand traps. I mean, hand traps are lame, but Void Burial I think is actually a very well designed hand trap, because it comes in two parts. So like, you know, the first part is a surprise, but the first part only just, you know, you just make the monster, right? Puts itself into play, and then only after that does it actually interrupt you if you send more cards to the graveyard. So it's kind of like you get to make a board and then break the board. Your opponent has to break it. Definitely an interesting space for hand trap design to go, where you kind of give your opponent advance warning of the kind of interruption they're going to be, the interruption that they're going to be facing, which is certainly more interesting than just, oh, here's my hand trap, you no longer get to play the game because I stopped your starter. Or here's 3 hand traps, and now I'm going to use my 1-card starter to end the game. Just combo off and kill you. Alright. Second last box. Box 11. There's no way. Oh, we got another Wake Up Centurion. monster card is in your... It's a cool card. I have to imagine that it's good in the Centurion deck. But I don't. All I know about Centurion is that people complain about it being a board breaker archetype. Or not a board breaker, turn skip archetype, which is honestly lame. I don't like the turn skips. Even the Omni Negate boards are more interesting than turn skips, honestly. Although the turn skips are funny because they can inspire some really wacky metas where it's like suddenly worth it to be playing traps when traps have been terrible for like almost 8 years. Totally wildly unplayable as a card type unless they are pushed to the brink. Just completely insane. Oh, alright, what do we got? Pew pew. Second Kaiman. Got a lot of Tenpai Dragon stuff. I'm gonna have to like collate that later. Let's see how many places everything I had. So I'm just gonna start giving it out. I think part of the trap that Konami might be setting up for people is, print this first wave of Tenpai Dragon support that's already strong enough to be played as largely commons, and then print the next wave as like much higher rarity, have like a bunch of ultras and secrets. And the next wave is also crazy. It makes the deck actually able to go first reasonably, which is frankly absurd. I don't think Tenpai should be a deck that, like, it should be not totally dead going first, but it shouldn't be good going first. By any means. Should be actually terrible going first, I think. All right. Battle Guard Echoes, Weiss, Rika. at that. Another Verudrus. Alright, let's get some sleeves on these cards. Verudrus is sick. I love this card. Alright, we got one secret in this box so far. That means we're probably due for another. Oh, there we go. Let's put these away. Got the Centurion Auxilla. Kind of like that, Auxilla. So it's like auxiliary. It's like the auxiliary Centurion engine because it pulls in Centurion to other archetypes. It's a fun little play on words. I don't know if it's intentional, but it's funny. All right, we're almost there. One more box to go. The pulls from this box, yeah, Verudrus, Auxilla. Reasonable, nothing crazy. Let's see if the last box can get us there. Ah, another Minerva. Maybe we can get another Nightmare Throne from this box. That'd be cool. Oh, a third Cellatrice Valmonica. I think it's also been a while since we've seen a Hydra. I'd like to see more Hydras. Look at that. Do that again. Maybe we, oh, what if we get 3 in this box? Wouldn't that be cool? A 3 Hydra box. I think that would be pretty cool. I think I had a 3 Pendulum Magician box, so. I don't know what secrets I haven't really. I guess I've got 2 of each of the Rika secrets, so that could be something to pull from this. 2 of each of the Rika secrets. What else have we gotten? 2 of this Silent Swordsman Zero. We got a playset of Shining Sarcophagus. There's so many more Marshmallows. A bunch of these. Level 10 synchros. Playing 10 packs. Alright. Last Rika card. It's funny how they made 2 of the Rika's secrets and then 2 of them commons. Like, that deck is going to be weirdly expensive for not being very good. Or maybe very good, but we don't know yet. I think don't know yet is really the thing about that archetype. Is, yeah, how good Rika is going to be. Other than that we know it's bad in OCG, but that doesn't tell us a lot with the existence of Maxi. Oh, another Gadget Trio. Cool card. Probably not a great card, but who knows? Can we get one more QCR in this case? We're at 3 right now. Well, the 3 good ones, so maybe asking for another one is too much. We're at 3 QCRs. No secrets in this box yet. I think we're due for a QCR Nightmare Throne. Oh. Interesting. Is this box just going to be terrible? Nice. How bad could it be with a Pydra already? But 2 more packs. Is it 2 packs, 2 secrets, or are we at a 1 secret box? Let's find out. Ah, Future Silence, there we go. I think that means that I pulled everything that I need for the Yuki deck. My last pack. So how many was it? 1, 2, 3, 4. Yes, okay. And then 1, 2, 3, 4. And what's the last card? Ooh! I think that's my first one of her, actually. Diabells. Alright, well, if you tune into this VOD later, thank you. And I'll see you next time.